Hello everybody, Lambo here. Little shout out for you guys on how to use the map and how to use this top fuel mod that I just made. Do a little bit of testing because I'm going to be adding other crazy fast vehicles and fuel types to the game, but what we have here is we'll select top fuel, and then I have Paradise Racing selected. You can use top fuel mod on any map. I made that possible, but if you want to get paid for racing, you got to use the Paradise map. And I have it set up now to when you click the Paradise map and you click start, it'll tell you which mods are required to be installed. And I have the production revamp, simple IC, and now the scrap pack has a lot of things that I'm using from it and added some more to it. So we'll have to re-download that pack as well. And also the on create extension mod, which we will need right there. I will make sure I link all these just so you guys figure them out, and we'll hit start. And on that note, see you in a second. Oh wait, error wise, so the only errors you're gonna get, because I haven't set up the splines yet for all of the traffic I'm gonna do, but the railroad crossings, I'm just not gonna uninstall something that's already installed. It ain't gonna do anything to your game. Eventually these will have splines in it, so don't worry about it. And that's it. That's the only thing it says. When you very first spawn in, you'll spawn in this relative area right here, and you have your vehicle shop over here, exotic dealership. You can go and change your colors, and your vehicle spawn is in this area right here. So when you purchase items, they'll spawn inside of the vehicle parking lot. There is the Paradise drag strip, which we will cover in more depth momentarily with the racing. You get paid for racing. Ooh, you can hear somebody going crazy over there. And over here we have some rental houses that are placeables that interact with the scrap pack. I've installed a train on the map that goes all the way around the map, and you can haul fuels. There's also some new train cars, so for hauling passengers and for hauling liquids such as diesel, nitromethane, you know, any of that kind of stuff. You'll come to the track here, obviously going to be the first place you come check out, I imagine. And if you come to this little light right here, it'll say 10-second count up in the top left corner. So you click this button and it gives you 10 seconds. And during that time period, right now the light is set at phase 0, we'll call it. God, that guy needs to stop revving his engine. And when you click it, it'll start.
Welcome out to the Paradise drag strip. It's gonna be a hot one today, so make sure you swing on down our food alley and get yourself a Slurpee.
That's funny. Eventually it does that 10-second countdown to your drag race. And when you start racing down the track at the quarter mile line, you will get paid based upon your speed. If you're going fast, then you make some money. If you're not going fast, then you don't make any money. Let's showcase that really fast, because I know half of you are going to forget to hit the like button, the subscribe, and all that other stuff. So we'll just cover the racing part really fast and then go into all the long, boring details of the rest of the map. And here we go. We're going to hit back really fast. Here is the jet drag so far. Got a couple different designs. Just keeping it simple for right now. The P-51 Mustang. U.S. Marine one. That'd look way better with like a Roman red. Navy. Obviously look better with like a blue. And then my self-conceited version. So we're going to go with Marine red. I want to show you how this works, since it is yeah, it burns fuel fast, and fuel's not cheap, but you do get paid for racing. So while that bad boy is starting up here, you press the horn, you get extra afterburner sound. It's super hard to fit him in there with the camera, so the camera is more up above him. Still working on some aspects of this. I'm probably going to remake a whole nother body now that I got a chance to play with the dynamics. and it's quick, but I kept it under 200 miles an hour for a reason. It gets a little glitchy at higher speed, so hopefully we can get up over this bump.
Follow on Paradise Property. All visitors are required to wear admission bracelets. If you don't have an admission bracelet,
And we'll just jet on it, start racing. Remember I told you at the quarter-mile line we get paid? Woo, got paid for racing. We got 33,000. And then once you get to about the mile, you better slow down or you're gonna really regret life. And there will be a fine installed when you go back in this area if you're speeding. Right now you can speed all you want, but if you look at our fuel there, we ripped through it on that little run, and probably gonna go even lower right here. So we're gonna need some fuel, and you're gonna need a truck and trailer and a couple other things that goes with racing. And you can buy fuel under the pallets. You have a couple different fuel types in here: crude, nitromethane for the dragster coming. Here's this JP8 pallet right here, and this will be how you'll fill your dragster until you get an opportunity to expand more and race more, or do farming, or do whatever it is you do. So then you can get the refinery over here. And there's quite a few mods out there right now that just give you crude oil. So it's either that you can use one of those mods out right now, or you can buy it from the foreign oil company, which is getting built over here. Gosh darn those guys. They will sell it to you right here. And this train, the train will be fun. The train will be fun. I also slapped in the scrap pack, so we'll just go to a Murph. I made the Murph a lot bigger. So now you can bring all your consumables and your scrap items here in the scrap cars, offload them on the trains, using the trains for the scrap, get your ASR, start making. I put down some of the buildings, not all of them, just in case this isn't what you want to do. But it does have the Water Pro and Power Pro all around it. And the scrap cars will be spawning at the cash for junker spot. And I just conveniently located it next to a train track with a ramp. So with that aspect. And if you don't know how my scrap pack works, I recommend going back through some YouTube videos and search for scrap pack, and it'll cover how these residential buildings work. It's going to be the exact same, just there's a bunch of them here. And if you guys end up liking this idea more, we'll put more into the map like this. But after you make stuff, sell it, move it all around, you got a chemical factory over here. You also have a sell location for United Metals that runs conveniently right through the train track. I really wanted to utilize the train. Once I figured out how to do it, I was like, yeah, let's do it. So you can do United Metals selling depot. Got some trees. I think we have beginning of a poplar farm over here. I like to fast travel. I put little all over the place so we can jump around when I'm looking at stuff. Yeah, a little poplar farm. I'm going to be adding in ethanol so we can make flex fuel, because that's a good chunk of how flex fuel is made. Oh, I see something. What's that in the middle of nowhere? I love it when I find stuff in the middle of nowhere. Especially before I upload it to you. One of the cool aspects that I put in this map was some passengers that you can pick up at these bus stations. And made some passenger cars that you can fill up. And this is the only buy location, because this is going to be our little miniature small airport eventually once I finish up those models. But as of right now, you can load up passengers. And then back here I also added obviously some liquid carts, so you can pick up the oils, the crude oil, and buy it, move it around. Just utilize the train a lot more. Like, I really wanted to utilize the train a lot more. So let's hop in the train and see if we can load up some passengers really quick, and I'll show you how that works. Alright, we got the train here, and you can see it says start filling. So we're gonna start filling. And that'll start filling this first one, and it feels kind of slow because they're passengers. They're getting on slow, and it's free money. It doesn't cost you anything to fill up here. You just gotta haul them to the other cell stations on the map, which you would come into here, scroll down to passenger A, and you can see all these different locations. Now you can use a bus that is inside the store to get to the drag strip bus drop off. So this obviously sells the most because it's inside of the drag strip, which the train cannot get to, but all these other locations are, like the Plaza station's paying pretty good. We're still loading, still loading. Once I load up this one, I can cruise forward a little bit and switch carts and load up the next one. Well, I think it's just gonna keep filling her up. I'll be happy about that. So we'll get her filled up and I'll come back momentarily, my friends. Alternatively, in the store too, and this special credits to AW Modding because he had one of the best buses out there, but I've edited it quite a bit to accept different fill types, and it loads in little passengers and made a paradise bus line. There's a regular school bus one that AW made. You can change all the colors in there and actually make it look like a real school bus, or none, or the paradise one. You can load this up and drive this all around the map and sell passengers as well. Let's see how we are. Still loading her up. We got almost 300 people on here. But it's gonna pay good, I'm telling you, man. It pays pretty decent for being free. If you're broke and you got 700 bucks, go rent the train. Easy money. Easy money. Oh, it looks like we need to pull forward a little bit. Stop her. Start loading up the next one. Nope. Go to the next cart. Maybe we get the next cart inside of the bubble. There we go. Alright, we got it inside the bubble, and we're gonna fill up. We're gonna do max load because I want to know how much I can get for one run. I obviously ain't gonna torture you through all that, so I'll see you when I'm ready to see you, my friends. Alright, we got her loaded up and we are on our way. This first little area you can drop off to is the chemical yard, and then next up is United Metals that we saw earlier. You obviously can't drop any passengers off right there, but we can look at our map and it will show us the areas. We do have a drop off. No, that's a rental. Here's a foreign oil. So those guys that are working at the foreign oil site, we could sell some there, but you look into prices, you know, if you keep on cruising, you can make a little bit more. Here comes our first little sell site, and we will slow down a little bit just to show you how this kind of works. Whee! Cruising in. As you can see there, once I come to more of a stop, I can start overloading passengers and selling them. And we're not going to do that here, so we're going to keep on cruising. But since we're here, we might as well fill up the old tanks back there with some fuel, because we know that the track is always looking to buy fuel. Oh, better slow down again. This train's a mind of its own. And we can get some crude oil, diesel, jet fuel, nitromethane. You know, let's go sell some jet fuel. I bet that makes a ton of money. We're gonna start filling up. This is gonna take a lot of money from us though, but it's safe, it's easy, you can't wreck, it's on a train. I just don't see it getting any worse of an idea. So we got one full up. We're gonna start filling up the second tank there. And as you can see, we got plenty of room on the train. We could load on cars, which is going to be neat, because putting scrap cars on there and then putting detention belts down, hauling scrap cars on your way back to the scrap yard. All right, we're all loaded up with JP8 passengers. We're heavy. We're gonna get cruising. Once you buy this location here, the refinery, this is its on and offload location. So the refinery is train accessible. So we'll cruise on to the scrapyard. No, we're gonna cruise on to the plaza. Oh, that's gonna be a long drive. So we'll see you soon, guys. And coming up on our left-hand side, we have another bus depot cell location, along with, if you want to be able to move trash and consumables, here is the scrapyard on and offload with a ramp, so you can easily offload those scrap cars. Yeah. All right, moving on to the plaza area. We still got a little bit of a drive, so. But on our right, we have a Power and Water Pro, so obviously you can get your unlimited water here forwarded to all your production sites. Makes it a lot nicer for ease of access, not having to haul water around everywhere. Plenty of trees if you want to expand. You got to chop them down, though. Plenty of area to build, though. Now we're starting to reach the heart of paradise, at least where paradise makes all its money. And here's all the house rentals. These are going to be producing trash, essentially, that you could take in a trash truck, which will be coming. I don't have yet in here, or haul on the train. But we'll have our most highest paying cell station coming up here in the plaza, and then right after it we have the track fuel cells. You can see the big silo there. So we'll pull up here and gonna offload some passengers and see how much money we can make. What? Plaza station. Oh, gotta select the right cart. There we go. Start overloading. That may get confusing. It acts like a trailer, so. Oh man, it's gonna take a minute to offload these guys, so see you soon. So we made about 3,000, 3,100 with the first cart. So I imagine the second cart will be about the same. So not too bad, 6,200 for one load, one way. And then that doesn't include the fuel we're about ready to sell, which if these people would ever get off to the train. All right, and yep, 3,100. Now let's sell our fuel here. Oh, it's hard with the camera. Might have to clean out some of these trees. Oh, too fast. All right. And like I said, if you can't figure out why you can't sell something, make sure you have it selected in the toolbar. The change tool. It'll pop up here eventually. I think I might have to install a second camera in this bad boy. There we go. Trains, so confusing. Alright, I'll start selling that. That actually should go a lot faster. Whoa! Somebody's having fun over there. So we'll sell all this. I'll give you a rough idea of how much you can make transporting fuel you don't even own. Just, you know, you just gotta have the money to buy it. You need to transport from A to B. Not bad. I think we made about $20,000 or $30,000 on that one cart. So we'll load up the other one. I can't remember how much you paid for it. I gotta go back and look and see how much we paid. I'm a bad businessman at this point. Well, I think that's all I can remember to talk about right now. There's probably more that I've done to this map so far. If you want to sell directly to the passengers, that's where the offloading of the bus is. And then the fuel cells are over here where it says VP Racing. You can purchase from underneath the Paradise Racing sign, and then you can sell to that selling bin right there. And these guys are just racing their hearts out today. And if you want to race, you get paid at the quarter mile line. X amount for every mile an hour over 50. So you got to be doing at least 50 to get paid. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being here for me. I appreciate it. If you like this idea, make sure to hit that like button, because there's plenty more to come to this little map. Here we go.